Hello, fellow foreigners. It's Emily, it's Peter. We're not here discovering China, we're living it, baby. Today we're gonna play WHAA is a new game that we're invented out of boredom. And we might change, that might be a working title. You can tell us how racist you feel it is down in the comments. While you're in the comments, hit subscribe and like and share and bells and all that fun stuff. Because we don't beg you for money, but we beg you for love. So the game, WHAA, is how we use those phrases that you are being told.
These are real sentences from real Chinese lessons I've taken. And if you've ever studied a language, you know, like, what person on earth has ever had a conversation like this?
So we're going to try and find the right place for these conversational pieces in your life.
Yeah.
So what's our
You're
first
welcome.
one? Yeah.
So the first one is 现在流行骨感女孩, which means nowadays bony girls are popular. And
Well,
there's nothing I like better than being body shamed by my Chinese lesson.
Right. Yeah. What? That's upsetting.
Yeah. And is it some kind of pickup line, like a neg kind of, like you would tell me?
I can't even wrap my head around the whole thing. Hey, bony girl, what is it?
Nowadays, bony girls are popular.
So nowadays, we're picking this apart. It didn't used to be? That's what I first want to know is, was that a normal thing? We like them Rubenesque in older China 5,000 years ago?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't specifically to China. I think it was just like misogynists everywhere have loved the look of starving women at many times, but nowadays as well.
But nowadays that's what's
especially.
in trending. How old is this phrase? Is this recent?
This ancient Chinese phrase. It's from a lesson that was written this decade at least.
This decade at least. I mean, has that worked? Have you seen that actually?
Well, that's like, if in my mind, would two women be telling this to each other? Is it advice? Is it a suggestion?
If you've gone to the gyms and you're walking around with all your Chinese neighbors and you're all naked, has anyone ever come up to you with any, or the opposite?
Not about my bone structure. Well, I guess if I'm at the gym and you're my trainer, like, what are your goals? Well, nowadays bony girls are popular, so I want to look like that.
So there you go.
Yeah.
That actually.
I think that might be it. That might be the conversation.
We found number one. We found where that goes.
Because if you say it to me, I can't imagine the next line being anything other than a slap.
Yeah. Screw you. I'm out of here.
Like, say it to me.
I can't even bring myself to say the words to you. It's upsetting. Bony girl. Nowadays, bony girls are all the rage. What? What are these hip hop sock wearing?
The popular look now is bony.
We're into that whole. We dig that scene.
Because liu xing is the same word as like pop music, so it's like, that's the style. Like, as if women's body shapes are just, you take them off a hanger in the morning.
Right, so it is kind of like that old like Bobby Soxon, like, hey daddy-o, closest to the bone, sweetest is the meat.
Yeah, except that song's about fat girls, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I guess there's other ones too that are, yeah.
I mean,
whatever.
My previous statement, misogynists throughout history have preferred all kinds of ways women's bodies to be, except the way that women like
they
to
actually
be,
that
just
one
naturally
is, hey,
are.
Nice shape that you are.
Yeah.
Would that be? Would everyone?
What can I get out of your shape?
Well, I guess that maybe that's what you're implying, but as a compliment, like would.
That's. I had not considered that alternative, but hey, good job. Nowadays, bony girls are popular.
Right.
Like, short hair's really in this season.
Right. Good job on that bob.
Emaciation. That's the look. You are on trend.
I mean, yeah.
So I guess, okay, there's several ways you could use this in conversation.
All right, so that's debunked. That's a useful thing for you to know at home.
All right. So do you want that sentence again? 现在流行骨感的女孩.
Oh, it's tough. it's tough to remember even in English.
Yeah.
I'd never get in that Chinese, but luckily I'm never hitting on any other girls. Hey, Bones.
Yeah, please don't use that line on me.
Ham, bone, ham, bone, ham, ham.
I mean, my knees have been sticking out weird lately.
But that might just be bad exercises that you're doing.
Yeah, I don't think that's an attractive thing. Do men like knobby knees?
Some do. A Popeye, I bet you Olive Oil was nothing but knees. She was just one big elbow.
She was not
which is the
knees,
arm knee.
Like, she did not appear to have bones anywhere else. Oh, I'm not supposed to move over this
one
way.
big L shape.
Well, you want to?
Yeah. What's the next one?
Second sentence.
Our second sentence
is. Let me bring this out.
Yeah, you should be able to read it when you look at it.
Yeah. 我又把我房间的钥匙丢了, which means
丢了.
That means I lost.
Sounds Italian.
Yeah.
丢了.
Well, I lost the key to my room again. And this one I appreciate the again. Like,
yeah.
I picture the person on the receiving end of this. I guess this is my bias in choosing this as I try to think of like what the reaction to this sentence would be. And it would be like, all right, miss.
Well, my first went to college dorms. I feel that's the first place that I would.
So you're at the registrar, or not the registrar?
I mean, I tend to think this is actually something I noticed by moving to New York City, because I had never seen this happen. Maybe it happens in like everywhere, but where the bar has a little cabinet behind the desk or a chest or something like that. So when all the locals come in and they're like, "Oh, I lost my key again." That reminded me of being in college, because you have like key mates or like your friend down the way that has a spare, because you're the idiot that always loses the spare. So that's two places I can think of that you would use.
Yeah, I do remember I locked myself out of places for many years.
So that's why you actually you identified with that because
through this scenario. The conversation it comes from is from a hotel, which is why I originally pictured it there. But where the clerk would just be like, okay, that's why you have a deposit. You're not getting your deposit.
See, that one's troublesome for me. Yeah, because where did that key go? Now they have to go buy another one. So that's just a pain in the butt. Also, I mean, how many nights have you been there? I guess if you're like a Hollywood star on the Riviera and you've been there for like 6 weeks, it's a good God, man.
You've been here 4 hours.
Yeah. How many times have you lost your key over the evening?
And also, I've never lost my key. I've always locked it inside. And so in college, we were on key cards already. So it was like you went down to the housing office and they like coded a key card and they'd come with you, open your door, and then they'd take their master key back.
Right.
Which, like most hotels, I haven't been in a hotel that used a physical key. Maybe
decades.
Ever.
Yeah, everything's on a card. Well, I guess there are cars. People lock their up until recently. I don't know. I haven't driven a car in like 20 years. But what happens?
Oh yeah, but there's more. There's like you can get chips or whatever.
Yeah, like a chip in your dog. Like
you
can rub your dog up against the car. But so that would be. Is this possibly at a date everywhere then? I mean, is this completely useless?
You could still, instead of 钥匙, which is key, you could say 钥匙卡, which is key card.
And who would you tell this to? Obviously, you're telling a Chinese cop. It's like a New York cop. It's like your own business, dude. Go call a locksmith.
Yeah, I guess if you're in a dorm or hotel situation, that's someone else's problem. But yeah, if you're in your apartment or home, that's your problem. Or so I guess so maybe you're not trying to get the problem solved. Maybe you're telling it to a friend, or you're telling your woes.
That's what I'm thinking. That's the only way. Even in the old days of keys, when there were things as locksmiths,
way back when.
Because I locked myself out of my apartment in Queens once, and my neighbors didn't have a key, and the guy who owned the shop down at the barber shop below me didn't have a key, and so, I locked myself out of the door, and I just had to ram the door open eventually, which is very
secure.
nuts. Yeah. I also locked myself come to think of it, the same apartment, I locked myself on the balcony, which was a couple floors up. So I was stuck on a balcony, and there was nowhere to jump to another balcony.
Oh, this is...
And I had an air conditioner, which didn't have an air conditioner, so I had to like hop over with my feet dangling over a few stories into an air conditioner to
an air conditioner
unit that's up on the wall.
But without the air conditioner in it.
So there's a lot of stupid things you can get involved in.
Knowing how like physically careful and cautious you are, I just like... You've told me that story before, and I don't believe it.
There's no other way to. There was no one to cry help for. So
yeah,
in the world of keys, there's only a few.
I did that once on the fire escape. I went up to my upstairs neighbor's apartment and was like, I lost my key again.
There you go. I mean,
but I only did that once because I felt like.
How many times have you done it here in our Chinese apartment? Like 5?
Yeah, many times. But I mean, you're usually home, so you can let me in.
Right, but a few times when I was sick,
so I never got over it. So I just got married and had someone else who lived with me.
I am your key master.
Because definitely in my first year in New York, I would do it all the time. And the super lived in a building around the corner because like both buildings were owned by the same
so these
property management. And I do remember it was like really late one night that I was like, should I just like sit out here till the morning? No, go get your key.
So this is problematic, and you bringing this up as to like how absurd of a question this is when you've actually done it here in China. It would have been very useful.
Is very useful.
What did you
entirely my whole life been very
What
useful.
did you say to the umpteen amount of times that you've done it in this apartment building that we're sitting in as of right now? You went to our neighbor, you went to the guard.
Oh, that's right, our neighbor does have a key and I've gone there a couple times.
And what did you say to them?
I did say.
Did you say this?
I didn't say 我又把我房间都钥匙丢了 because that's too much. And also it's the
You
key.
didn't have the book with you either, so.
Right. It's the key to my room, not to my apartment. But I think I choked out like, cause it's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing to go down and be like, I think you have my key. That's what I would say.
But you wouldn't say that to our neighbor next door. That doesn't make any sense.
Well,
all right.
Because she knows. I mean, after the first time they took out like a drawer full of keys.
Do they have a key to everyone on this building?
They had a lot of keys.
We should go ask them, see what we can get into. We can get to that empty apartment, have like a raging party.
Yeah.
All right. So what are the other? What else we got here?
So next sentence. 我饿了，而且我每天都吃早餐. Which is, I'm hungry. So far, so normal. What's more, I eat breakfast every day.
Once more. Or what's more?
And what's more?
What's more?
Yeah, that 而且.
So on top of.
而且 means and, but it's like a very strong correlation to. I'm adding information to that first sentence, which just seems so sassy.
You start off with, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I'm going to give you the information.
Yeah.
That
I eat breakfast every day. So I imagine this is you'd say to someone who's asking you to skip breakfast.
Oh, okay.
Or what
well, I'm thinking where at what time of the day are you asking this? I mean, have you said this after you've eaten breakfast? Have you gone to work and say, "Boy, I'm hungry," and what's more, I have eaten breakfast?
Oh yeah, well there's nothing about that grammar that says that you have. It just says every day that you do.
So
there's no state of completion.
So this is just really just
these are
throwing
facts about me.
I
have blue eyes. I eat breakfast every day. I'm hungry.
What other facts would be useful in that information that would be? Because I would assume this.
I'm bony.
Well, not if you eat breakfast every day. If you have a good hearty breakfast.
What if you have like cigarettes and vodka for breakfast?
True.
They don't say what they have for breakfast.
But assuming then, though, this is probably something you would say, like at brunch, the early half of the day before lunch. Otherwise, why not say?
Yeah, I mean,
because I have lunch every day.
I think it's implying a need for breakfast.
But it's in the beginning of the day.
Yeah,
you wouldn't say this at dinner.
Well, I mean, what kind of lunatic doesn't eat all day and then at dinner time is like, I need breakfast?
Well, you could be saying on an alert to tomorrow. Perhaps if you're in a hotel, you're saying like, good evening. Yes, I will be needing breakfast in the morning. maybe.
Yeah,
Or
except I'm hungry now.
well, I mean,
that's what makes me think it's a person being annoying while you're making plans.
So you just think that this is created to be annoying? Like, there's no room for...
someone's messing with your routine, and you're like, I'm hungry, and I need breakfast every day.
Then in that case, then I actually really dig this. If you're just kind of throwing shit at people to be like, hey, so nice job on the class you just taught. Also, cars are fun.
Yeah,
like that.
It's not like a bunch... Well, that's what that 𝗖𝗵cie, it's not a bunch of non sequiturs. It means like...
So it is tying it to the beginning of the day. To breakfast at somehow. I mean, would you say that like I just ate lunch, but I'm still hungry, even though I ate breakfast in the morning? Like, where what does that actually fit into some kind of? So it has to have context. It doesn't mean that it's just you're randomly throwing out facts.
Yeah, no. It has to be some kind of logical flow of your day is being interrupted.
Then I'm saying it's for the morning. I've decided it is definitely for the morning.
I mean, I've decided that everyone's a maniac, so it could be at midnight.
Given that here in China the socially linear time works like in this bending scope of how we...
I guess that is another lens through which to view these sentences, is that oftentimes in English, and American English specifically, we're very direct about, like, you wouldn't say, I'm hungry and I eat breakfast every day, and expect you to figure out from context clues, you're interrupting my breakfast. I would be like, hey man, I'm eating breakfast, leave me alone.
Right.
And whereas Chinese is a little more, you have to fill in your own gaps, because it's rude to be too upset.
Because even like, I mean, our first 6 months here, it took us to get used to like wandering by somebody after 6 o'clock and they're like, have you eaten dinner yet? And you're like, get out of my business, man.
Yeah.
So like when you are given these questions that are social cues, that as opposed to like, really tell me what's happening with you right now.
So I guess this is unfair of me to perceive this as a difficult person.
Racist.
No, because you don't know what color person I was picturing. It's been all the annoying people in my life who are hard to make plans with. Not all of them are Chinese.
But a lot of people are questioning your breakfast habits.
Well, people do ask after whether you've eaten or not, but they don't really care.
I mean, throughout your life, like back in New York, how's your bagel been? Is a normal thing to say.
I mean, no one asks. I wish they would.
Yeah.
I wish they would.
I mean, a kinder, gentler world.
I'm of that population who really likes breakfast. Not everybody likes breakfast, but I need breakfast.
So then it's been solved.
Yeah, I guess we hate what we recognize of the things that we are embarrassed about ourselves.
Right.
Is that like too torture to form? We don't like it when we see ourselves reflected back, and that's where like I get really ornery. I'll say it. I'll admit it.
Ornery.
Get pretty ornery if I don't get to have breakfast. You know that.
Yeah. And lunch. Yeah. And dinner.
Yeah.
And some snacks in between.
But I don't really snack. But
what's next?
Because I'm trying to be a bony girl.
You're trying to get more of that bony today's look. What else we got?
I think this is our... Oh no, this is number 4. Okay.
4 already?
Yeah.
We're flying through these guys.
Okay. 我不坐地铁，不坐公共汽车，不骑自行车，也不走路上班。
All right, so that's just a conversation now you're having.
I should have practiced that one before. So you want to know what all that mess is?
Yeah, give it a shot.
I won't come to work by subway, not on a bus, not on a bike, nor on foot.
Nor green eggs and ham, or Monday morning breakfast, or...
Shall not. Yeah.
With a cat, with a hat.
I think I picked out, like, people who seem like they'd be annoying to be around.
Yeah. Are any of these actually pleasant things to be asking? So why wouldn't you do that? Why would you? Are you telling this is to your boss? Are you like calling up and being like, thanks for the new job, but I'm not coming by bus.
I like this as a statement of quitting. Because it's
also
here. Like it's such a temper tantrum, but so boring.
Yeah, sure.
Like, here's all of the ways I will not see you tomorrow morning. I won't take a bus. I won't take a train. I won't take a plane.
Are there things?
I don't care how you get here. Get here how you can. No way.
What would be? Oh, so you're the boss. What would be your suggestion of how you would get there? I mean, you want this person to keep to work. Somebody's got to come in and fill that spot.
Right. Well, if you don't take transportation tomorrow, you're fired.
Oh, I was gonna say, I mean, fly a bird, fly.
Oh,
well, I mean, what would you?
Alternates.
Yeah, I mean,
skateboard.
You're a positive boss. You're gonna give some suggestions that.
Oh, okay. This isn't quitting. This is hey.
Well,
boss,
then maybe I'm quitting. Hey, I'm not coming in today.
Yeah.
Well, what's your problem? I'm not taking a bus. I'm not taking a train. I'm not riding a donkey.
No, we could send over a hot air balloon.
Oh, well, I mean,
that's our business.
Depending on I'm assuming we're in a city, because
I mean, all people live in cities, right?
Right. I mean,
all real people.
Here in the countryside, that would actually be very nice if you would send me over a balloon.
Yeah.
I could just kind of float over another village, and that'd be kind of cool. So I'll stick around if you send me a balloon. Is what I've decided is.
Oh, this is a good set of negotiations.
Yeah.
That's good. I was worried I'd have to offer you a raise, but all I have to do is find a hot air balloon for your commute.
Far less costly. Hot air today is just.
I'm full of it.
Oh, as the boss, the blowhard. So what else we got?
And then so this is our last one.他衣服很酷，他穿一件黑色的衬衣，一条蓝色的牛仔裤，一双白色的运动鞋。And that means his clothes are so cool. He wears a black shirt, blue jeans, and white sneakers. Which just makes me picture. I mean, I don't think the Fonz wore sneakers.
I don't think he didn't wear. I think he was a motorcycle boot wearing guy. So.
Oh really? Now I realize I can't picture his feet at all.
The Fonz did.
Does Henry Winkler have feet?
That's. I think he wore a white shirt too, so that doesn't work either.
Yeah, but the black jacket.
Black jacket.
But that's where it's like, what are you talking? The T-shirt is not the part that's cool. It's the jacket. It's the leather jacket is what I think you're going for.
I mean, if it's hot out, but then why would you wear black outside if it's hot? I had to go almost. The jeans don't actually work, but I had to think Run DMC. Maybe if you give them like some sports white stripes down their black shirt, but definitely the sneakers.
Yeah, well, that's where sneakers you gotta go with. Because other like T-shirt and jeans hasn't been cool since like the 50s.
Yeah, I guess that's probably why you went there.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah, you're thinking of
like
a rebel without a cause or something.
Yeah, that's definitely what I'm thinking.
Which I mean,
because when you say, "Oh, cool T-shirt," I do picture like the rolled up sleeves
cigarettes
in the back, which is like, I have never ever seen that in person because that's,
maybe on Halloween or something, but yeah, it's definitely a movie thing of the 50s.
And then you have that comb in your pocket that looks like a switchblade, and you
a bandana. Yeah, so that's
the look I feel like they're describing.
But I wonder though if like in advertising that look often comes back, and I mean everyone's susceptible to advertising in the fashion business, so.
I mean, I guess if you're a Calvin Klein model or something.
I feel like I've walked around like downtown Chengdu or something like that, and seen like those mile-high signs with like some kind of James Franco-looking dude with his hair slicked back and a white T-shirt.
Yeah, no, it's a classic look.
So that's what we're going for. Is we're not like you personally in everyday life. Don't see that too often. But
it's so basic
on the billboard,
that I don't think you say, "Hey, that's cool." I think that when you wear the T-shirt and jeans and sneakers look, you're looking to like not make a statement.
The black T-shirt is what I don't quite. I mean that's a white T-shirt thing. That's what that is.
Yeah.
So it doesn't actually match. I'm not sure like who wears a black T-shirt other than like me or metalheads or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean I need a big undefinable logo on it or something. But
if it's a black T-shirt, you're also wearing black pants.
Yep.
If you're trying
you
to
gotta
make a
go
statement, the monochromatic.
Right. Yeah. Is this like the hip hop goth kid, or is this like the members of Korn?
Yeah, because it's also it's hard to tell from the English because blue jeans and jeans are interchangeable, but they do specify blue jeans.
All right.
Which blue jeans, I feel like, who wears blue?
Jay Leno.
And he's super cool. Super cool.
So what we figured out today is
you know who this is? It is Seinfeld.
Yeah, his sneakers and jeans.
If he doesn't wear a suit, he wears that.
He doesn't wear a t-shirt usually.
That's true.
But he'll wear like a jacket over a t-shirt, perhaps.
I mean, that's the whole thing that sticks out about Golden Boy. Is on the show, he's never shown as wearing a t-shirt, but
what's Golden Boy?
Golden Boy is his yellow t-shirt that he loves.
Oh.
That gets wrecked in the wash.
Oh, right. Okay. So these are shows that no one watches anymore.
Yeah.
What we've learned is Jay Leno is cool. Jerry Seinfeld has a shirt. And
women shouldn't eat.
Women shouldn't eat. And anything else?
Noodles to you?